is my place, and I am welcome. Much Vesta, good morning and happy Sunday to all. Good morning. And just a reminder that if you want to turn on your cameras to participate with me, I love it when you do that. So please go ahead. Just make sure to keep your mics on mute. Okay, my intent for today's talk is really just to explore the journey of others, to expand our understanding of divine order. So let us begin. Hello, family. It is good to be with you. I am Deidrey Francois, yes, and let us get started with this song. This is a thank you chant, and I would love it if you would sing along with me. We're giving thanks. We're going to start off giving thanks and gratitude. Oh, yes. Here we go. Thank you for all that I need. Blessings abundantly pour. For the blessings. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the moments you helped me soar. Thank you for our friends, the food we have to eat, the roof over our heads, our health, money, the jobs, the overflow of opportunities that will come by the grace of God. Thank you for life. Thank you for each and every one of you here today, for this beautiful church, and for all those who could not make it today. We give thanks. Thank you for your sweet unconditional love. You know what? I want to say thank you. The theme for today is, this isn't what I ordered. And before I begin, I would like to start with my intention prayer. Just helps to ground me. It is my intent to share my gift of song, my love and my passion to honor and to serve Spirit. Let it reach whomever it is meant for, however it is meant to, without judgment, in humility and grace, and in love and light. And know that what I offer are just little things that I've learned along the way, ratings, that kind of thing. 2020 was the year that changed everything, and much like the war changed everything for women, women like Grace Wallace or Jean Davis of the UK took on roles that they had never done before. And instead of being the nurturer and having the duties of running the household, they did what would be considered to be men's work, right? Clearing the fields, using heavy machinery and farms. And though they met with some resistance, lots of resistance actually, at every step of the process, the mid-war manufacturing and post-war economy really created the platform for that demand, right? For the demand of them to work, of women to work. Now the chaos of war provided a pathway for where we are today. And although we still struggle with inequality in the workplace, we can thank these women, right, for paving the way for us, because we have certainly, and I don't know if you agree with me, but we have certainly come a long way since the early 1930s, 1940s, right? Would you agree? Right? No one, absolutely no one ordered war. At least I don't think so. But also, no one ordered 2020. Not in the way it came. No one ordered the chaos or the trials or the illnesses or the setbacks that enter our lives simply by living it. But just as war came with its divinely ordered opportunities, so will the setbacks, so will the major setbacks and forced isolation of 2020 come with its opportunities, right? So will the breakup of marriage or relationship come with its opportunities. The diagnosis of illnesses that you or a loved one might have to face. There is a place deep within where I can go and bring the heartache of life flooding in, where the healing can begin. It is the stillness of the mind. It is the peace inside my heart. It is sacred, holy ground. It is the love that knows no limits, where blessings overflow. I choose to stand on holy ground. There is a place deep within where I can go, plant my seeds that will nourish my soul tenderly, so the healing can begin. It is the stillness of the mind. It is the peace inside my heart. It is sacred, holy ground. It is the love that knows no limits, where blessings overflow. I choose to stand on holy ground. Would you sing on holy ground with me? Let me stand on holy ground. Lead the way on holy ground. Be my light on holy ground. The place I find the truth is holy ground. That's right, the place I find the truth is holy ground. It is the stillness of the mind, the peace inside my heart. It is sacred holy ground. It is sacred holy ground. Divine order, it's not a new concept to us. We understand that it is multifaceted. We understand that it includes natural order, which allows the water to flow, the air to blow, our bodies to grow without conscious instruction. So, am I going to be presenting rocket science today? No. But you know, we do forget it all the same, don't we? We do forget it. We forget all about that whole concept. I gotta tell you, my experience of 2020, it was a hard hit. It was a hard hit for me. And I quit my job with one church that January, following a call of my heart to do more speaking at other churches. And it started with a tour of Unity churches in BC. And I also began making some major shifts in my personal life as well. I finally began taking some steps that I thought would really be creating the life I wanted. I had placed my order and the universe just had to deliver. Delivery came March 12th. The reality of 2020 hit, 26 cancellations that very day. I lost every single booking for the entire year by the end of March. You know, it had taken me years to get my business to the point that I had it. I finally felt secure, stable, independent, riding this chaos that just came. I wrote it and I thought, you know what? What if we implement some solutions for the clients? But you know what? My solutions that were implemented, or our solutions that were implemented with the help of Ricky, you know what? They were great solutions, but none of the clients had actually taken the time to build the infrastructure needed for those solutions. Everybody was too busy freaking out over the chaos to understand that it was quite easy to do those things virtually. And I was devastated. The music industry was one of the hardest hit, and you know what? It is still recovering. Everything that I had worked so hard to build, lost. All the hope and the dreams that I was working on, gone. And this really sent me into a tailspin. It really did. Sent me into a tailspin, mentally, emotionally, physically. And you know what? Health-wise, I would be confined to my bed for at least 6 months, at least. Facing a relapse of a health challenge as a result of the stress. But you know, both you and I know, we all know where we can find our strength, right? The joy of the Spirit is my strength. The joy of the Spirit is my strength. The joy of the Spirit is my strength. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. As it pours on me, oh, it strengthens me. My strength comes from the source of it all. Let my faith be the bridge to the life that I seek, built with strength like no other. Strength like no other. The joy of the Spirit is my strength. Sing with me. The joy of the Spirit is my strength. The joy of the Spirit is my strength. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. As it pours on me, it strengthens me. My strength comes from the source of it all. Let my faith be the bridge to the life that I seek, built with strength like no other. Strength like no other. My faith in the Spirit, my faith in the Spirit is my strength. My faith in the Spirit is my strength. My faith in the Spirit is my strength. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. Come on. Strength like no other. Come on now. Strength like no other. Strength. Woo! Strength like no other. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. Strength. Let's do love. The love of the Spirit is my strength. The love of the Spirit is my strength. The love of the Spirit is my strength. Strength like no other. Strength The joy of the Spirit is indeed our strength, but you know what? It is really easy to forget about that when life feels hard, isn't it? Just me? It's true. I mean, but I want to ask you, have any of you heard of the Angular brothers? They are a better known Wolfpack brothers. I don't know if you've ever heard about them, but anyway, Mom, Suzanne, along with her 6 children, were locked away for 14 years by their very controlling husband and father. A small window was the only view that they had of the world. Imagine being confined to only 3 rooms in your 6-room apartment because your husband doesn't want the neighbors or anyone to know that you exist. Your extended family thinks that you've abandoned them. Your friends don't even know that you're alive. You know, the immediate question that follows for me is, where is divine order in this exactly? You know what? Suzanne never chose this life, right? This is certainly not what she ordered. She never wanted a lifetime of confinement for her children either. Yet this is what life gave her. The moment that she thought she had stepped into what should have been the start of a happy life for her, she married the man of her dreams, so she thought life should be perfect, right? And once they started their life with children, though, life became very different. So why am I bringing up these stories about war, about, this person? I'm going to tell you another one about somebody else as well. Well, it is to share, and even my own story, it is to share that, well, you know what? Life doesn't always give us what we want. It doesn't always give us what we order. So I want to remind us that no matter what it is that we're facing, we are not alone. We are not alone. Say that with me. I am not alone. In fact, even when we do get what we order, a lot of times it comes in the wrong package, or it even comes already expired. I mean, right? How many times am I the only one who's gone to the grocery store, right? And how many times have we gone to the grocery store and come home with an item that was already expired? You got to check the labels, you got to check everything all the time to make sure you're not buying expired milk or something, But this also happens in other areas in our lives, right? We order a happy marriage and it's delivered, but later it becomes a disconnected, lonely relationship. Or in the case of the Angulo family, a controlling and abusive one, right? Our order of a promising career in music is delivered, but literally struck by lightning in the case of this beautiful jazz singer, songwriter called Kelly Lee Evans, who suffered a huge setback due to being struck by lightning. Yes, it's people that I know can actually get struck by lightning. It just sounds strange, but it's true. In my case, I got my order of a stable, secure, meaningful job and life, but it got replaced by the chaos of 2020. Dreams put on hold, health setbacks, financial setbacks, weight management setbacks. Come on, I'm just telling you, you are definitely not alone. And today I want to specifically tell you that we are standing together. We stand with you. I stand with you. We are not alone. No idea what happened, but technology sometimes, hey, guess what? This is perfect for the lesson because this is certainly not what I ordered, but here it is anyway. And so it's a great lesson. It's a great lesson. I'm going to start again with the song Healing Peace. There is someone out there who's felt like life's unjust and unfair, that no matter what is said or done, nothing will ever change. No one cares. There is someone out there trying desperately not to drown in debts, responsibilities, and obligations. It seems there's no one there and no help around. There is someone out there lost in the spiraling madness of the mind, suffering with identity, trauma, or depression, or dementia. If peace you seek, peace you'll find. There is someone out there. Numbness colors everything a certain shade of blue. Oh, but rest your cares and your weary heart. In the silence, it waits for you. I surrender in prayer. Oh, rest, weary soul. Bring them peace, healing peace. I surrender in prayer. Oh, rest, weary soul. Bring them peace, healing peace. Sacred Spirit, God of all creatures, plants, God of all, we pray for peace. We pray for a deeper understanding of all the things that are going on in our lives. We pray for peace for those who are shackled by all the things that are going on in their lives, their challenges. We pray for love. We pray for love for all those who are here, all those who are all around the world, for those who are suffering from mental illness as a result of all of the stress of what they have to go through. We pray for joy for each and every one in this planet, on this universe, for our beautiful creatures. Bring them peace, healing peace. You know what? In all of that where we find our peace is in the sacredness of divine order. But to be able to see that, and to be able to achieve that, or to find that sacredness, we need to be able to look deeper. And I was looking at the dictionary for the definitions of order, or divine and order. And what I found was divine is godlike, holy, good-looking, charming. Order is a direction, right? Direction, method, system, or a requisition of something specific. Both words create this, they're so positive, isn't it? Like, you just like, these words are fantastic, but they create an expectation that everything is just going to be all great. It's going to be just fine. Which, you know what, leads to disappointment. It leads to disappointment. Because metaphysically, divine order is that holiness, that system, that method is a much deeper concept. It is the sacredness that allows everything to flow. It isn't about everything going perfectly to plan. And you know what? I have a problem with that. I really do. I admit I struggle with that. I kind of want everything to go well. I want it to go perfectly, like right now. I was expecting that sound, everything to work perfectly. I worked until 2 a.m. to make sure that everything worked perfectly. But you know what? Sometimes the delivery we get, or what we get in our lives, we just have no say whatsoever. I love when we are taught things right in the middle of us teaching a lesson. We get taught ourselves. It's like, there you go, boom, take that. So you know what? We're going to continue on, because I had all recorded it and everything for you. So I had a meditation with lovely pictures and everything for you. But you know what? We're just going to go with it right now. All of the stories that I mentioned before, they really are there to inspire us, to help us to recognize divine order, right? The wartime women, they became pioneers for our rights as women to fair labor and wages. You know, their challenges forced them also. They had to learn the lesson of rethinking their definition of what a man's work is and what women's work is. Right alongside the men who now had to open up their minds and reframe everything in order to be able to just hire women in the first place. The singer that I showed you before, Kelly Lee Evans, she continued to sing. She started off in a wheelchair, right? She sat through her performances, showing us the power of determination to prevail until she was able to stand and dance and do all of her shows in spite of health setbacks. I can say the same thing, you see, because I struggled to walk, I struggled to talk, I struggled to sit still at times, to feed myself at times. Yes, that was what I was going through. But you know what? On good days, I recorded my talks. I sat the entire time in most shows. You know, nobody really knew what was going on with me because I just sat down and we forge ahead. And you know, one of the things that occurred to me, overcoming, when people talk about overcoming a health challenge does not mean we are completely healed of the disease or the illness. It doesn't mean that. Overcoming something means that we are healed of the limitations that the disease or illness places on us. Right? We forge ahead in spite of it. It means we are healed of how we or others think that we should act because we have this illness or because we have this disease. Right? We are healed of the limitations that the disease and other people's thoughts or our own thoughts place upon us as a result of it. Divine order is the sacredness that flows even in the chaos. The sacredness, the essence that flows even in the chaos. And that sacredness allowed the wolf pack mom to tap into her imagination and teach her children the world as she had remembered it 14 years before. So every year they would look out at the apartment window, the little tiny window, and they would turn all of these buildings, the high rises, they became mountains. The cars were creatures and animals. The people, maybe ants, who knows, right? So they would play with their imaginations and recreate this world that they were forbidden to actually experience. But you know what? The one thing that their dad, that controlling dad, allowed was he allowed them to watch movies. So he would bring and buy movies for them, and they watched tons of them. They played games to recreate the imaginary world, which helped them to get through those challenges that they faced until eventually one brother had the courage to escape. You can find out all about Kelly Lee Evans or the Wolfpack Brothers. You can find all of that on, Google. Just Google it. The Wolfpack Brothers turned their trauma experience into film. So there's a documentary about them now, right? The thing that actually helped them survive is now making them thrive. Imagine that. And me, my story, as a result of the 2020 setbacks, I have sung and spoken at several churches in Canada. So not only did I get to speak at several churches in Canada, and believe me, it would have taken a lot to be able to make it to all of those different churches. But I did. I was able to do it virtually. And I was able to do the US, all the way from Alaska, all the way down to Texas. I had greater reach musically than I ever did prior to 2020. You see, every single challenge moves us through the chaos into experiences that align more with the person we need to be. Right? It's not always apparent, though. It's not always apparent when we're in the thick of everything. But it moves us into that person we need to become, a more creative, a more alive person, forged in the ashes of harsh realities and traumatic experiences. It is a journey. It is our journey to freedom. Freedom. And it's not to say that everything suddenly becomes perfect when you get to this point, right? Because there's still more. There's still so much more to learn. We're just along the journey, right? It's not to say that it's perfect now. I still have what I had then, right? But we are no longer restrained by the trauma and the chaos and all the experiences that we never ordered in the first place. We are not pinned down by all the situations that came on our plates that we never ordered in the first place. We see the tiny crack in the window, right? The clearing in the fog, and we plan our little escape and run with all of the strength that we can muster, with all of the courage that's within our beings, knowing that every single thing that we have been through has given us the courage. Every single thing that we have been through has given us the courage to be able to face what we are facing right now. Everything has given us the right amount of motivation, the right amount of courage, the right amount of experience, the right amount of everything in order to be free. I'm grateful to have learned the truth. I've listened to the words my heart has spoken. Divinely blessed and guided, I no longer search fulfillment from excuses with no purpose. I am free from all the shackles that surround me, free to choose to give my life new meaning, free to change, to love, unfold my destiny. I am free. I love that, like the phoenix. Yes, I am free. I lift the veils that shadowed me. I see the love and beauty that abounds me. No longer cling to thoughts I thought protected me. I braved it all, and now I live with purpose. I am free from all the shackles that surround me, free to choose to give my life new meaning, free to change, to love, unfold my destiny. I am free. I bless my past mistakes. Bless all the scars they've made. I bless them all, the lessons learned. They've brought me where I am today. I am free from all the shackles that surround me, free to choose to give my life new meaning, free to change, to love, unfold my destiny. Oh, I am free. I certainly am free. You are free. We are made free by our journeys. Yes, you know what? None of these are new concepts. You've heard this all before. It is truly about the journey, how we navigate it, how we find the joy in it, how we perceive it, how we reframe it, and how we embrace all of the lessons and the gifts that it provides all along the way, right? It is not easy. It is not easy, like I said. We know it's not easy when we are in the thick of the chaos, the madness, the sadness, when we are in the thick of the intense emotional experience. It's not easy, but it is absolutely necessary. It's necessary to find the sacredness of the divine, to experience, to understand, to truly understand what divine order is about. We have to be able to see that sacredness and understand its flow along the journey. So if you would, join me now. Let's take a moment in the silence, in prayer in silence. Let's take a nice deep cleansing breath. Sacred Spirit, deepen my understanding of divine order in the challenges that I face. Allow me to see that overcoming this challenge is healing the limitations that I place upon myself as a result of this challenge. Thank you for the wisdom to gain insight from the stories of others to apply to my own life. Guide me to find the sacredness of divine order in my life. Spirit of the ocean deep, deepen my understanding, deepen my understanding. Show me the truth, accept what is beyond all appearances. Deepen my understanding, deepen my understanding. Spirit of the ocean deep, deepen my understanding. Show me the truth. Help me to accept what is beyond all appearances. Deepen my understanding. In the sacredness, we see divine order has lessons for us. So as you come back, take a nice deep breath and hear my words. Hear some of the opportunities that divine order and the challenges allow us to experience, to learn. In the sacredness, we see divine order teaches us that every challenge is an opportunity to learn resourcefulness. You know, there is so much more available to us if we are willing to look, to ask. It is said, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened. There is a lot available to us. Every challenge is an opportunity to learn. Perspective. Seeing the truth in the chaos and reframing it in ways that serve us, right? Reframing it in a way that serves us. Every opportunity, every challenge is an opportunity to learn courage. Because you see, life will only reveal what we are willing to unwrap. Simply knowing directions, just knowing directions is useless if we never actually have the courage to get into the car and drive and go. Or put differently, yes, what we got isn't exactly what we ordered in whatever circumstance that it is that you're going through in your life. What you got may be not what you ordered, but we are certainly willing and courageous to open that package, discard all the extras that don't serve us, and find the hidden gift. Find the sacredness in it. Every challenge is an opportunity to learn determination, right? Hopes are really only wishes, aren't they? They only become reality when we are not only courageous enough to change directions along our journey, but persistent enough to keep on walking, keep on pushing or trying until we make it through the thick and the fog. Every challenge is also an opportunity to leave a legacy of magic behind. This one's going to be a little bit tough because you know what? Not every single story has an overcoming. Not every story has a happy ending. In fact, some of our stories, some of our challenges will end us. But how we face those challenges, all of the lessons that we learned, that we can share with others, right? All of that, people get to learn from our experience. We learn from the stories of others. These people that I mentioned today, they all have a legacy. And the legacy we leave behind is our gift to everyone that follows. The sacredness of divine order teaches us that even though it may not always appear to be, everything is working for our highest good. Would you affirm that with me? Even though it may not always appear to be, everything is working for my highest good. Now, let us affirm that in a song. Everything and everyone is working for me, not against me, for the greater good of everyone. Let's sing that again. Everything and everyone is working for me, not against me, for the greater good of everyone. There is nothing that I need to fear. Spirit's in control everywhere. No need for doubt and worry. The universe is always supporting me. Everything and everyone is working for me, and not against me, for the greater good of everyone. Let's do that again. Everything and everyone is working for me, not against me, for the greater good of everyone. There is nothing that I need to know. I am peace and I'm in the flow. There's no need to feel misunderstood. The universe is working for my highest good. and everyone is working for me, not against me, for the greater good of everyone. Come on, let's affirm it together. Everything and everyone, everything and everyone is working for me, not against me, for the greater good of everyone. One more time, let's affirm it with conviction. Everything and everyone is working for me, not against me, for the greater good of everyone. Well, I sure hope that you got something out of all of that today. I thank you for your patience with me as I rode that wave of chaos. And namaste. I love you.